You guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hey y'all, hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can see, I'm already dolled up, so there is no get ready with me from the title. Yes, which I told y'all, I think I told y'all last video, I had a surprise this video that I was going to share with you guys. So I am excited. I am, as you can see, look, the dimples is deep. The dimples is deep. Your girl's excited. You feel me? Nah, I'm excited to be sharing with you guys that me and my family will officially be moving to Arizona. Like, oh my God. To Goodyear, by the way, if you want to look it up or YouTube it or whatever you want to do. Goodyear is where we'll be moving to. Why am I sounding like this? I don't know. No. But yeah, so that's where we're moving to, and it's official. Like, it is so official. Like, I'm still, like, I don't know, you know how, like, you want to pinch yourself? It's kind of like, okay, I want to pinch myself, and I want to be like, okay, this is really, really happening. I mean, even though this is something that we have always discussed, it's just the timing of it was like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? So, but I am excited to share with you guys that our official move-in date was or is, should I say, November 15th. But of course you have to be, you go by the rules, you guys. So I have to give my previous landlord, I mean where I'm living at right now, I have to give them 30 days. Makeup simple. I mean, not to be jumping in from one thing to another, but you know, just want to kind of show you guys my makeup look a little bit. I try to go, I didn't realize I didn't have a lime green, like, so I try to just do something a little simple. But anywho, jumping back, so our move-in date was officially November 15th, but we are given, of course, where we live at now here, of course, the 30 days. So we'll be officially on the road and getting things started right after Thanksgiving, like the next day, the day after, or initially by the 1st, you know what I mean? So so we will be doing that, and I'm excited. Like, we're planning on doing a road trip. I think we're planning on doing a road trip, which I'm excited to show you guys, like, you know, videotape it and show y'all like what's what, because your girl ain't never did that before. Get eggs, like, I've never did that before, so I'm excited to do that. Like I said, we will be moving to Goodyear, Arizona. If you want to look that up, that's fine. In a duplex, because at the moment we couldn't really. Well, I can. Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Let me go back. Let me rewind real fast and let me go back. Like maybe a week or two ago, maybe about 2 weeks. I'm gonna take that back. About 2 weeks ago, me and my fiance went to Arizona because, like I told you some previous videos before, we have always decided to move, or we wanted to move, but at first it was Vegas, and then Vegas turned into Arizona. But with that being said, we have never been to Arizona either. So it was kind of one of them situations like where I had, like, I was looking at places and houses and stuff like that, and I'm just like, well, we have never been here. So like, even if I was to like fill out these applications, I do not even know what I will be like. No area, like we didn't know anything. And so we wound up taking a trip about 2 weeks ago, which I'm going to insert some clips like throughout this video too, about like, because I took a few. The trip was mainly to be talking to like landlords, renters, you know, that was mainly the focus of the whole trip. But so I got like little bits and pieces of some of Arizona, but so we wound up taking a trip 2 weeks ago, and like with my husband having his CDLs and being a truck driver, like I will say, I keep saying husband, fiance, and I'm probably like, what? Which one is it? It's fiance, but we've been together for so long. I just always say husband. But anywho, so by my fiance being a truck driver, we went everywhere, like literally. We went to Mesa, to Tempe, to Phoenix, to we went to Tucson, to no, did we do Glendale? I don't know if we did Glendale now. We did Tulsa a little bit, to Goodyear. Like, we went everywhere within the midst of 3 or 4 days. We went everywhere. So once we decided, like, oh my gosh, all of Arizona's pretty. Like, let's be real. So there wasn't even a certain area that I was like, but the two I did kind of fall in love with that was outside of Phoenix was Mesa and Goodyear. And so, literally the last day, so we had so we went and I had all these appointments scheduled for us to go there because, I just didn't want to go there and start riding around. That's what I'm thinking, right? I didn't want to go there and start riding around. So I did I scheduled a bunch of appointments, which is something you can do. You can, if you are going out of town or want to move out of town and you want to see some places, what you can do is before you go there or take your trip, what you can do is call and make scheduled appointments for touring. Most of the time, they're really nice. Everybody was really nice. They was ready to kind of get us in. Fill out the application if you want to. Now, if you've been there before, kudos. If you've never been there before, I suggest you go, take a trip and go just to see what you're getting yourself into because you might not even like it. And then there you go. You know what I mean? So, but I did schedule a bunch of showings, a bunch. I talked to so many people throughout this process, you do not know. To the point where I didn't even know who was calling me back. I was like, okay. I was telling my fiance, okay, I don't even know who it says. I don't know who it says. I don't even know who's calling me back. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I don't talk to so many people. I didn't know who was even calling me back. So literally, we went the first day. We wound up seeing or going to see or supposed to see in some houses, but in the area it was, oh my gosh, my children would have been pulling out their freaking hair. I'm sorry. They would have been pulling out their hair because it was just not the area. I would have been pulling out my hair. I would have been what, for real? You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, long story short, we wound up scheduling a bunch of places and none of them wind up not being exactly what we was looking for, especially to start off with, because I'm somebody who, or me and my fiance and my kids, it's always a stepping stone. This is our first place just to get established, because there you do have to have, of course, most people should know, or you should try to anyways, have good rental history. Your background needs to be okay. You need to show that you can, afford to live there. And what else? And I think that was about it. Good rental history, afford that we could live there. Yeah, you know what I mean? And you be able to pay the deposit and everything like that. But they do, and they did check. They do check to make sure everything is legit, So that's one thing I will say. But anywho, the place we wound up getting, long story short, and I'm gonna say this story, and I know my fiance's gonna be if he watches this video, one of the places we went to, which was an apartment, because I was well, just to get us started, I don't really mind taking an apartment right now, just for the amenities a little bit, the fact that my kids will be able to go swim in, and it'll be a fitness center and stuff like that. So I was willing to kind of step back just to get somewhat on our feet. Or get, not on our feet, but get get comfortable with where we're at, and then we can start making moves to a house and whatever else and da. But anywho, so we went to go see it, and it was so tiny, and they was asking for so much. I didn't get it. It was so tiny, and it was $1,500 a month, you guys. $1,500 a month, and it was so tiny. My whole living room was probably bigger than that, and this is downstairs. I'm talking about now. You know what I mean? So my husband was laughing because I was so excited because I loved the area that I was willing to be yay, okay, let's take it. Oh my gosh. And then later throughout the day, I started being okay, these appointments that I've made was not doing any justice. Okay. So the appointments I made didn't do no justice. So what happened is, literally, you guys, the last day of us being there, my fiance was like, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to drive around. Since the last 3 days, we kind of been knowing the areas a little bit. Not knowing, but kind of like driving around. It's like, we're just going to drive around to some areas, type in some addresses, from Zillow or Craigslist or whatever, and just go to these areas and just see. So what happens is, he was like, so when we come home and we fill out these applications to these apartments, we'll know the area already, so we won't have to see it. So I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. So literally, we drove past, we typed in this, it's called Park Shadows, if you want to look it up or not look it up. We typed it in, and I don't know if I'm giving out too much information, but I guess I just want to share as much of the information that I can with you guys. So we wind up going there. They luckily wind up being open on a Sunday too, right? So we go in there, we looking all around, it's swimming pool, the kids is out, the neighborhood's very clean. That's another thing about Arizona. I will tell you, you will not see, for real, like literally there are no trash on the ground. Maybe if you go into the inner city, but most people know most inner cities are, considered poverty or whatever. So of course you're gonna see a little trash and stuff out there, or in the inner city, but on the no trash. Like, I'm looking at Babe like, damn, I don't see no trash. Like, there's no trash on the ground. No like, clean as shit. Like, clean. Arizona's clean as shit. Like, the parks, the grass, you be looking like, oh my gosh. I seen cotton fields, which has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but I seen cotton fields and everything. But anywho, so we pulled up and everything was so nice. Kids outside, you can tell they keep it up. They just had a party for the kids for Halloween, you know what I mean? So it was just perfect. And my fiance was like, well, shoot, we're just about to go ahead and put the application in, do the application fee, I'm just like, oh, and this was literally 2 weeks ago. And within a week, because what the plan was to come home with some keys, but you might as well say we did, because within a week, with everything going, with us putting the application in, paying the application fee, having them do this, everything just went so smooth to the point where we got it within a week. Like, we got our place within a week. So now it's like, oh my gosh, it's like crunch time. Not crunch time, but it's like I knew we was gonna get it, but it's kind of like, dang, it was fast. Like, we just went over, seen it, put the application in, and it was like, boom, boom, you got it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it was so amazing. Like, it's amazing. And so so that's what happened with that story. So like I said, I'm gonna insert some clips too, so y'all can see a little bit of the trip when we went. So now moving forward to now, some of the things I can say is, with moving so far, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, because like I said, I've scheduled to see places and it wound up being none of the places I looked at. None. It wound up being a place that we just kind of rolled up, and I ain't gonna say we found, but you might as well say we rolled up and found. So I was like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just do what it do, I guess. Or I can't even explain what I'm about to say, trying to say, but I know y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta not, I guess sometimes I'd be so, what's it called? Organized, that sometimes it doesn't even work. Your organization sometimes don't work. Sometimes you just gotta take it, go with the flow. That's what I was trying to say. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. So as far as that, I will say, like I said earlier in this video, go and make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Number one, that is number one, go. Because once we went, it made the vibrations for us, it made our energy and our vibrations for us wanting to go way stronger. So it moved up things way faster. Now, if we never went, as much as we said we wanted to go, it was still kind of like that, what are we going to see? Like, we had went to Vegas. So when we talking about moving to Vegas, we've been there. We went to Henderson. We went to Summerlin. So it was kind of like, okay, we know. When we said Arizona, it was kind of like, okay, well, we just moved to Arizona. I have no idea, no clue of what Arizona's like and how, you know what I mean? So I say do that. Also, it doesn't help to keep up good rental history in case you do want to go. Make sure everything is legit on that note, because they do check. And then another thing too, like I was saying, it's okay to either, if you want to, move just to get that experience and to you know, conquer some of that fear. I will say, if you have to downgrade, not saying we're downgrading, but like if you do have to, or like I said, I was willing to get an apartment. Like I was willing to get an apartment, and I'm in a 4-bedroom, not like it's the shit or nothing, but I'm in a 4-bedroom townhome with 2 full baths, 2 full bathrooms. So I'm kind of like, I was willing to get an apartment just so the dreams that we have and the dreams that I know my kids have we can start that process. And like I said, it's always a starting point. No one's saying you're gonna stay at your apartment. For those who be like, I don't know, because I don't wanna. I mean, just do what you gotta do so you can do. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Don't make that an excuse to not go somewhere. So that was that. That's the process. So from here on now, what I'm going to be doing is, which you'll see in the next video, the video after that, you know what I mean? For the next few videos, what's going to happen is I will be showing you guys step by step the process. So you'll be seeing me pack up. You'll be seeing us, you know, get in the car. Like you'll be seeing the whole 9. You'll be seeing me pulling up. You'll be seeing us, you know, stopping on the road trip. You'll be seeing all of that. I will be showing you guys step by step. And so far, that was, I'm trying to think, is there any more like questions before I get off here? Thing too, that's what I meant to say. I take that back. Another thing I meant to say was, you know, make sure you have some type of, as far as financial, make sure you do have some type of money or plan on getting some type of money. You know what I mean? Like, don't move and you just like, okay, well, I'm just going to wing it. I don't think you should do that. I mean, unless it works for you guys, hey, you know, more power to you. But I think if you're not either planning on having some financial, you know, situation once you get there, or you got some already, I suggest you, you know, kind of worry about that and then kind of figure out what you're going to do as far as moving. Worry about the financial, because I will say you do need to have the money too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit there in front and lie to you and be like, okay, you don't have to, you can just go and just, no, you got to have some type of something, or a plans on getting something. You know what I mean? Another thing too, if people want to know, which I'm going to be showing you guys, that's why I'm not trying to say too much, because I want to show you guys Arizona once I get there, which I showed you guys a little bit when me and my fiance went on our trip, but I guess I want to show you. That's why I didn't show a lot either when we went, because I was like, y'all going to be seeing a bunch once I move there, so I want to be like showing y'all everything and like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to do that. I will say I ate my first plant-based burger, and it was the bomb. Okay, I did do that. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to give too much up. I'm trying to think of anything else. The weather was perfect. I know in the summertime, I'm gonna let y'all know about that too, because I'm gonna be y'all see, so we can get that summertime vibe too, to see how the summertime is. But other than that, I think that's all. I don't want to give, like I said, too much away, because I'm going to be showing the process step by step, so I don't want to be giving too much away. But I just want to tell you guys that is a go. It's a go, you guys. It's a go. We have less than 30 days to get this shit popping. Okay? We have less than 30 days. So I'm about to start packing and shit like that. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take you on that journey. You're going to be able to see it. Real live. You know what I mean? No, real talk though. I am really excited. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm going to have my last Thanksgiving here at my house. So I'll probably record that too. I don't really know for sure, but I probably will. At least you'll see it on my Instagram and Facebook. Do people use Snapchat? Well, probably so. Snapchat too, maybe, if I feel like it. But yeah, so until next time, my loves. No, until next time, you like loves with peace from your lady, Mizz E. Love y'all. Stay tuned.